can answer some questions, but just kind of reminding you guys, we're not the investigating agency for the crash, so we don't have anything in the actual crash questions. We'll try it. Okay. Hi, how are you?
Jaden?
Yes.
Can you go up to the podium and just say a few words?
Yes. Am I on?
Yeah, go ahead.
I've always wanted to do this.
No, give it a test.
Hey guys, y'all may be wondering why I brought you here today.
Yeah, sounds good.
Good.
It is a modified version of a presentation, yeah. We got, 3 pictures in it. Later, so I'll leave your name up there for a little bit.
Who's her buddy?
So we got,
Stranger. They see you, but you're usually just, hovering around the courthouse. Of course, they're making all the good news over here. I understand.
Bryce had it in my piece competition.
I sold those to one of my guys that said his son is located. I don't know that I have enough gas in the tank. You guys, and Mr. Playing some really slow stuff.
Yeah.
Not my Green Day age.
Well, they were just fast, not good.
Now, there's
Yeah, like I got
truth to that statement as well.
Yeah.
Seriously, props.
I literally, so it was off your left.
We got the victory logo.
I didn't film most of
tell
myself.
them.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, because I didn't have enough time to grab my camera.
Did you hear it and go out?
I saw the accident. I saw it on I-27. I was like,
I figured, so we'll cuss words. Don't say any naughty words.
And then that's when I saw officer. And that's when I immediately put up my phone and ran. And
Yeah, it's everywhere today.
I know, it's I did not expect that.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was.
congrats on that, that was
Yeah,
good.
hey. Congrats to everybody for helping stay with that video.
Yeah, no, that was great.
Did I see you on the side of the road yesterday? In
Probably.
front of the, yep.
Yes.
I almost stopped to say, give you a soundbite, and I was like, I'll wait for this guy.
Well, next time you should.
Yeah, I was at, around about 5 o'clock.
Yeah,
Yep.
I was out there from like noon till 6.
Yeah, I
So,
will.
Around about 5 o'clock, I was driving by.
Oh.
I was like, she must be doing a follow.
See if I don't fall down getting up here. Check, 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 check. All hear me okay? Your little bitty microphones. Check, check, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We don't have anybody else coming?
Not that I know of, no, because most of them are affiliates, so they're gonna get copies from these guys.
They don't stay
put your notes into that influence?
She
I
did.
did.
Have a nice admin font, I can see it. Y'all just tell me when you're ready. 2 thumbs up and a shaking head.
You're good to go, sir?
All right, well, we'll go ahead and get started. See, right on. I knew it. Give you just, you gonna set up something to record, or you just gonna take notes? We'll give you one quick second. The Facebook Live crowd's like ready to rock and roll. We're good to go?
Yeah.
All right, try this again. Well, first off, guys, want to thank you all for taking your time to join us today. I don't know how else to begin something like this other than to kick off by just saying God is great, and he certainly was watching out for 2 young men yesterday. Absolutely no doubt in my mind. Our 2 deputies that were involved were Andrew Cavazos, he's been with us since 2009, and Jorge Martinez has been with us since March of 2015. Both deputies had just come off of another call, saw a stranded motorist obviously in a precarious spot up on an overpass at 98th and US 87. They stopped to block the lane, the outside lane of traffic, to help provide some protection to the individuals while they were trying to get a tire changed on their vehicle. At some point shortly after that, a individual driving a semi had allowed himself to get distracted while, according to what reports we've been hearing so far as of the briefing this morning, and didn't look up in time until he ended up rear-ending both of the sheriff's vehicles there on the overpass. Deputy Cavazos was knocked over the guard rail, and again, this kind of goes back to my opening there. And in such a fluke manner, both of them, one of the vehicles, pressed up enough not to actually cause a lot of injury, as we know of so far, but did pin him and keep him from going over the edge of the overpass, where we know that would have had a far worse outcome. But both were pinned between the guardrail and passenger side of the patrol unit until other responding officers could get there and get them extricated. Both deputies, just as far as updates on them, both were, of course, transported to UMC yesterday. They have since been discharged and sent home. The extent of their injuries are still being evaluated, as far as we know, from late yesterday afternoon. And as of right now, barring some further testing, there were no major broken bones with either of them. So mostly cuts, scrapes, and the like. The other main thing about getting an opportunity to talk to you all today is first off, I really want to thank a lot of people. It's bad when you're in a situation where I couldn't be on scene as quick as I wanted to, but the videos that were pouring in, a lot of them coming from you all, but also citizens that were out there, just demonstrating the number of different citizens that came out and aided the deputy. In fact, with the one who was actually precariously hanging over the overpass, they held him in place until we could get him freed up and lifted back up onto the overpass itself. But again, I can't express my appreciation and thanks enough to everybody who came and assisted. On that note, I would please ask that anybody that did try to help or provided aid yesterday, reach out to my public information officer, Tracy Manthe, at 620-9077. We'll have that number for you as well. And allow us an opportunity for me in particular to express my personal thanks to each and every person who became a real hero for two guys that were certainly in a bad way. I'd also like to thank all of the responding agencies for their quick actions, which begin with the Lubbock Police Department, Department of Public Safety, Lubbock Fire Department, Woodrow Fire Department, Buffalo Springs Police Department, members of the Texas Anti-Gang Unit, and of course, Emergency Medical Services, REMS guys that took great care of our folks. Everyone that has reached out to offer support of deputies, I do have a message to relay from each of them as of a little while ago. Deputy Martinez would like to thank the citizens on scene. He stated, "Thank you for helping my partner when I couldn't reach him." And Deputy Cavasso stated, "I appreciate everyone that helped. It could have gone a lot different without you there." And I can't second that enough. That's no truer words were said. As far as follow-up on the investigations, the Department of Public Safety was working the commercial vehicle side of this with regard to the semi-truck and the driver of that. And the Lubbock Police Department were handling the remainder of the crash investigation from that point. So any follow-up with it, will have to happen with them on any other specifics as they're working through. I know we will have additional folks from DPS arriving in the morning that'll be looking at getting into various electronic devices and whatnot in all of the vehicles that report and record crash data and that type of stuff to help further their investigations along even more so. But as of today, like I said, everybody, the deputies are good. They're home. The other driver was transported, but was also released as well. And on that note, if anybody has any questions for me, I would try to answer them.
So we kept hearing on the scanners yesterday, asking, can we hurry and shut down this interstate? And it sounded like they were pretty nervous of the drivers still going past. What would you say to Lubbock drivers when they see an instance like that?
Well, that reminder is out there each and every day. We put it up on the DOT signs and everything else that when you see those emergency vehicles on the side of the road, get over or slow down, as the law clearly states. If you can't get over for some reason, or if that lane happens to be blocked or something, you need to slow down to a very manageable speed while you're going by there, because again, everybody's at risk there, including those drivers if they're not paying attention to what's going on around them.
So we mentioned that possibly the semi-truck driver was distracted. Were y'all able to see on cameras him on his phone? Or?
No, based on the reporting we got this morning and a briefing from the police department on where they were so far with regard to the accident investigation and reconstruction of the accident, he was very cooperative, we understand, and basically just stated that for whatever reason his Bluetooth had not connected, and he was in the process of trying to get it to reconnect when he looked up and realized what was in front of him.
So that investigation is still ongoing
Yes.
as to whether he'd be cited, arrested?
Absolutely. Those decisions will come either from the Department of Public Safety or Lubbock Police Department, respectively.
So as shown yesterday, community members jumped in and helped save a life. So
Yep.
it seems like anyone can save a life, whether they have a badge or not. What would you tell the community on how anyone can make an impact?
Well, that's just it. I mean, part of the beauty of living in Lubbock, Texas is we know what our citizens are capable of. We know what kind of people they are, and that's just embedded in, I think, their DNA to see something like that happening and be willing to jump in and provide aid and assistance was invaluable. Like I said, there's no question in my life or in my mind that lives were saved yesterday as a direct result of those citizens jumping in and helping.
Is there any dash cam or body cam video that we could release at any point?
We're trying to get those now. Obviously, as you can see from the photographs there, both of those vehicles were were damaged significantly. And in fact, I went over and looked at them earlier this morning, and we've got some of our fleet guys are going over to see if they can't try to get that equipment extracted out of those vehicles, and they were working to try to download, everything from those cameras. But just given where those vehicles are at, that's been a slow process this morning. So maybe by tomorrow, we may have something.
And then I know you want those community members that helped out, hopefully you can shake their hands. For some reason, if you're not able to talk to them, but they're viewing this tonight, what would you tell them?
Again, thank you. God bless you and thank you. You made a difference in the lives of 2 men yesterday and several others that were in and around that scene. And those are impacts that not only affect the individual officers, their families, their loved ones, and then their extended family here at the sheriff's office that know we averted some real tragedy yesterday. And like I said, it's especially hard because I've been there before, and I know how challenging that is on everybody. So again, to each and every one of them that found a ladder, held the guy up, moved debris to, and help, get vehicles drug out of the way so we could get these guys, the help they needed with EMS and fire. Again, like I said, I can't say enough in terms of thank yous to each and every one of them. And hopefully I'll get a chance to tell some of them personally, truly. All right, guys, thank you again. Appreciate you taking your time today. And anything on the follow-up, like I said, I know y'all know Tracy by now. She'll get you anything she can get her hands on.
Obviously, these are some new photos that have come out of the other side of the deputy's vehicle that you couldn't see from the street level. We're gonna get those emailed out to each of your news stations and anyone else to request it.
Thank you.
Yes.